I like streamers, and why wouldn't I? These content creators allow us to watch content live from the comforts of our own homes, some of my personal favorites being Ludwig and Moist Critical. But then that got me thinking, one day these streamers I love watching so much aren't going to be able to make content anymore, and that thought was just so saddening that it gave me a genius idea. Let's turn one of these streamers into a robot. Oh hey ladies and gents, sorry, I was just loading in my character model. I'm not real. But anyway, that's besides the point. You may be asking right now, Hannibal, what is the plan for this project? And believe me, I would love to tell you, but there's something we need to discuss first. Who the fuck are we turning into a robot? Like, for starters, they're obviously going to need to be a streamer. Secondly, they need to have a lot of good streaming ideas that we can use for the robot. And finally, the most important one in my opinion, they need to have a good personal relationship with each one of their fans. Now the question remains, who fits all those criteria perfectly? I just can't put my Jason. Yeah, you read the title of the video. We're doing Ludwig. Like I said at the start of the video, Ludwig is personally just one of my favorite streamers, and since I've already made a robot Moist Critical, I thought it'd be fun to do the same thing for Ludwig. Make sure to go check out the Moist Bot video. It's pretty good. But back to what I was saying, now that we know we're making the glorious Ludwig Ahgren for our robot, boys, the plan is simple. Now to start off for the build, basically it's just going to be, this is the wrong scene. Hey, editor me, could you like bump me into the next scene, please? Oh cool, thanks man. Now fuck off. Oh shit, I'm wearing green. Hold on, just give me 1 second. Ooh, much better. So anyway, like I was saying, basically we're gonna be making a mini Ludwig animatronic. This animatronic will be able to move its arms, head, and mouth around, so it doesn't seem stiff and stationary during the stream. Also, the mini Lud, which is what I'm going to be calling it, will be able to pick out of an assortment of ideas that he wants to stream. And whichever one he picks, he'll give unique voice lines for. So let's say he's watching TikToks, he'll say how cringe they are, and if he's playing a game like Getting Over, he'll say how hard it was. And that's basically the main idea for this project. And fun fact, I actually don't even need to make the build for this project, because I already have. A few months ago, live on my Twitch channel, I actually made this entire thing live, and in fact, here, let me show you. Man, thank God, this makes this so much oh shit. Yeah, so I may have took him apart, to use him for other projects, because he's just been kind of sitting here for like maybe the past 7 months? Who knows? But no worries, that should not be a problem for a robot making master like myself. All I need to do is make it look a little nicer than it is right now, for a presentation. And with the loving power of abuse, it'll be fixed up nice and quickly. Hey look, he's done. Man, it looks so, lifelike. But hey, at least I got the size right, because this seems to be about the same height as the real Ludwig. You see, it's funny because he's short. Yeah, I'm like 5'6", I have really nowhere to speak. But my bad genetics aside, I made this out of a bunch of cardboard and a Sprite can, and though it is made out of trash, I think it looks pretty okay. I used a printed out picture of Mr. Ludwig Ahgren himself to kind of impersonate his face, so when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's Ludwig. And I made him his own custom Mogul Moves merch because I thought it would be fitting. But now that I've shown you the design of the Ludbot, let's talk about the electronics. Hold on, give me 1 second, it is kind of cold down here. I live in a basement. The mini LED consists of 4 main components. The first component is servos. Servos are basically the muscle of this project, allowing it to move its arms, neck, and mouth. The second component is an LED. This will let us know when the mini LED is on and ready to stream. The third component is an Arduino. An Arduino is basically the brain for this project, and without it, this whole thing wouldn't be able to work. For the fourth component, it's one of my personal favorites. It's the beautiful. It's the wonderful. The fucking fantastic spaghetti. It's been a while since I've done that. And you may be looking at the build right now and saying, okay, that's cool, but how does it do the streaming stuff that you said you wanted it to do? Well, in order to get that, we're gonna have to talk about the code. I know when I said that, lots of you probably clicked off the video or skipped to the testing portion, but I promise you this is probably the cooler part of this project. So don't worry, I'll make the explanation quick, just give me one. Hi. So using this code, whenever the mini LED is plugged into my computer, he'll start off by giving us a nice little boys, like so.
Boys.
and then choosing 1 out of 5 ideas to stream. These ideas consist of playing Getting Over It, telling us a little story, playing GeoGuesser, reacting to TikTok, and then talking to chat. Now before I get into these ideas, I need to explain something to you real quick. This robot uses ChatGPT to generate the voice lines for Ludwig. And the reason I'm using ChatGPT for this project is because all these ideas run in a loop, meaning that there's a high chance that one idea can be played multiple times. But since I'm using ChatGPT, it'll actually allow Ludwig to give different voice lines every time he runs one idea, because they're being generated every single time he runs the idea. But now that you know that, for the first 3 ideas, GeoGuesser, Getting Over, and TikTok, they're all about fundamentally the same, meaning they'll basically pull up a bit of content and play/react to it. Now the reason I put quotation around those is because with these ideas, Ludwig is going to be kind of scamming you. So for example, let's say he's playing Getting Over It. He's actually just going to pull out a video of a speedrun that I found on YouTube and basically kind of pretend he's playing. Make sure to go check out the other people's videos that I use for this project, because without them, this project wouldn't be as cool as it is now. Now for the 4th idea, Ludwig is going to be telling us a story. Like I said before, this robot uses ChatGPT to generate the voice lines, so all Ludwig is doing for this idea is just generating a random story. Now for the final idea, which is talking to chat, Ludwig will actually be interacting with you guys live on the stream. So basically, let's say I'm a chatter and I type something like, "Hey Lud, how are you today?" Something on the lines of that. Ludwig will basically take that chat and using ChatGPT will react to it with something like this.
Hey there. As an AI language model, I cannot have a day. However, Ludwig Ahgren, being a Twitch streamer and content creator, may respond if he sees this message.
So since ChatGPT can't really impersonate people, you have to be careful not asking too much of a personal question, because it can't talk for the actual Ludwig Ahgren. But yeah, those are basically all the ideas. Oh yeah, by the way, this code actually won't run forever. It does run in a loop, but I actually can choose how many times it goes through the loop. So when it's done running through the loop, Ludwig will actually give us a nice little outro for the stream, and that's about it. My god, this has to be the most complicated project on my channel. So Ludwig, if you're watching this, fuck you. What was I saying? Who cares? But now that you know how this basically works, it's time to do a little test. And by little test, I mean, it's time to stream. I thought since we were streaming it'd be nice to, dress up for the occasion. Gotta look professional, right? So here, give me a second. I'm gonna get everything set up. Okay, it's been about a week, and I have everything set up now. As you can see, we have focus. We have my setup over here, the streaming setup, everything, and we have Ludwig nicely placed right here. So if we go over to another tab, if this fucking low, that's me, wrong person. Lud full cam, and bam, there's the star boy of the show. Basically, I put out an announcement video saying I'd be streaming from June 22nd to June 24th. I'm doing 3 streams because I worked on this project for so long. I'm not just gonna do one hour long stream like fucking hell. But don't worry, I'm only gonna be kind of showing off the first stream, so hopefully future me will do some quirky, fun narration while this scene plays, right? Right? You better fucking do it.
I don't get paid for this.
So yeah, the first stream was shit. But before we get into what didn't work, let's talk about what I actually did. Now start off with Getting Over It. Ludwig started off by giving a nice little intro to his speedrun.
Hey everyone, Ludwig Ahgren here, and I'm attempting to break the world record for completing the game Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy in the shortest amount of time possible.
And after that, he went on to go play and absolutely destroy any record that he had before. And when it was all over, he gave us a nice love.
I'm over the moon that I completed the Getting Over It speed run. It was tough as nails, but the satisfaction of finally conquering it is beyond words.
For GeoGuesser, it worked out just as good. Same as before, gave an intro.
Alright boys, we're back playing some GeoGuessr and I'm ready to test my knowledge of the world's geography.
Played the game, and then gave an outro.
I can't believe how easy GeoGuessr was. I need a real challenge to put my geographical knowledge to the test.
Now for the TikTok idea, it kind of worked. Now like the other two, gave a nice little intro.
Hey guys, it's Ludwig Ahgren and I'm so excited to react to some of the best and funniest TikToks out there. Are you ready? Because it's TikTok time, everybody.
But when it went to go play the video, something wasn't right. Now, I'm not an amazing programmer, so when Ludwig pulls up to watch a video, he actually is pulling them up separately, the video part and the audio part, and they tend to get a little out of sync. Never really fixed it, but it was really funny when it kind of fucked up, so hey, that's a plus, right? Now, for the story time, it's probably one of my favorite parts of the Ludwig bot because god damn, those stories were absolutely absurd.
Hey guys, so the other day something really bizarre happened to me. I was walking down the street minding my own business when this elderly lady approached me out of nowhere. She looked really sweet and harmless, so I didn't think much of it when she asked me for some help. But as soon as I got close to her, she grabbed my hand and started telling me all these crazy things, about how she used to be a famous opera singer and how she had once been kidnapped by aliens. I was so taken aback that I didn't know what to do, so I just stood there nodding along as she rambled on. And then, just when I thought things couldn't get any weirder, she reached into her bag and pulled out a live chicken. Yes, a live chicken. She handed it to me and told me to take care of it because it was her pet. I mean, what was I supposed to do? So there I was, walking down the street with the chicken under my arm, feeling like a complete fool. And to make matters worse, the little guy started clucking really loudly, drawing all sorts of attention to us. I must have looked like the craziest person on earth. Anyway, in the end I managed to find someone who was willing to take care of the chicken for me. But I couldn't believe how strange the whole experience was. It's not every day you get accosted by an opera singing, alien abducted old lady with a live chicken.
What? Now I can hear you saying it right now. You may be saying something like, hey Annabelle, what do you mean the stream's went bad? It seems like it's going great. Yes! But no. If you remember, there were 5 ideas, and I only mentioned 4. That's because on the first stream, Lud neglected to even use the 5th one, which was the chat feature. So the main things Ludwig did during the first stream was play Getting Over GeoGuessr in TikTok. The whole stream I was trying to fix it, and I finally did fix it when I upped the chances of the chat feature actually being picked. So instead of the chances being 1 out of 5, it was now 2 out of 6. And that's great, right? Yeah? Well, it still didn't work.
I noticed that no one is really asking any questions or chatting right now, but that's okay. I understand that sometimes people need a little bit.
For some reason, it just didn't grab the chats, and eventually I had to change the code a little because, to be quite honest, my coding kinda sucked. But after that stream, I did fix the code and made it a lot better. Now for the second stream, it was very uneventful. There weren't a lot of people to use the chats feature. But for the third stream, ooh doggy. There was, what the fuck? My god, did it work. It answered a range of questions like, first off, do you have any lungs?
I'm sorry. I'm an AI language model and I don't have lungs as I'm not a physical entity.
Is QT Cinderella gross?
As an AI language model, I cannot give personal opinions or beliefs. Additionally, it is not appropriate to make derogatory comments towards others, whether it be through appearance or personality. It is important to respect and treat everyone with kindness and understanding.
And what is the meaning of life?
Hey, that's a pretty deep question. I think the meaning of life is a personal and subjective matter. For some, it could be about achieving personal goals, pursuing passions, or finding happiness. For others, it could be about contributing to society, making a positive impact on the world, or seeking spiritual enlightenment. Ultimately, the meaning of life is what you make of it. It's up to each individual to find their own purpose and make the most of our time here on Earth.
After the first stream, I was really worried that this project was not going to work out, but on the third stream, everything just worked perfectly. My god. This has to be one of my favorite projects. But after Ludwig was done streaming his last stream, he gave us a nice little outro.
I'm going to sign off and say goodbye. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you next time.
And then I tore his fucking head off. Hey, welcome to the end of the video. Man, this was actually a really fun project. And I'm not saying that because, oh, it's Ludwig Ahgren, walk, no. I'm saying that because of the fun live streams that we did. This video would not be as fun or as cool if you guys did not join in on the live stream. So I will say this now, thank you to everyone who came over and watched Ludwig live on stream. when I did the little like 3-day event thing. I do genuinely appreciate it. I had so much fun doing that. A part of me is kind of sad that this video is over because I honestly wish I could just stream this guy all the fucking time, but you know, eventually his content's gonna get old, so. Oh yeah, and if you didn't notice, new camera, new phone. You see this little thing right? You see this little thing right here? This was my old phone. It did good, but it's an LG Cricket. Not the best phone. But hey, honestly, if it wasn't for this phone, I wouldn't have been able to make all the fun videos I've made over these past few years of me doing this. So, you know, this may be crappy, but it still was a really helpful thing in my YouTube journey, so yeah, yeet. But anyway, I have 2 challenges for you today. Now for the first challenge, as always, I want you to improve my approved trash. What I mean by that is if you can make a better streaming robot than the one I made, make it. And if you want to, post it on my subreddit. I really like to see these things. And for the second challenge, I challenge you to go back to my last video and leave me your trashiest ideas, because next video, I'm actually going to be making some of them, judging them with this lovely device. If you don't know what it does, go check out the last video. But yeah, that's about all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. I did work on this project for about like not even just 2 months, multiple months, so that would be really appreciated. Your guys' support is kind of one of the things that keeps me doing this, because God knows I don't get paid. But yeah, I hope all of you have a great day, and as always, stay trashy.